You've probably heard of Evel Knievel, the daredevil on a motorcycle. Well, let me introduce you to a guy not putting anyone's life on the line, just extreme adventuring with his pack of dogs in ways you could never imagine. Meet the Wolf Driver, world-renowned dog adventurer, pushing the limits of technology, looking to conquer some of Mother Nature's intensity, with a team of Mother Nature's most intense partners, the Husky. You've never seen anything like this.
Okay, so we're sitting in front of a 7-Eleven in a small town in Virginia, and we've gone about 175 miles from home. Where am I at? I'll give you an exact name of the town. We're on Dinkle Avenue, I do know that, and we're in Bridgewater, Virginia. So we're going to head up the mountain into, as I understand, the border of Virginia and West Virginia will be up where we're going to run the dogs. And as a special treat, just we're going to drop in and or we made a rendezvous with Curtis, our werewolf's lead chief investigator, and he's going to show up just to hang out. We're not going to do any werewolves. He might try to, but Scott and I will be out running the dogs. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're getting near our destination where we're getting ready to run the dogs. We're somewhere in George Washington National Forest in Virginia and West Virginia, right on the border. Yeah, if you can see the map, it shows you the state lines. Pretty cool. We're trying to meet up with Curtis. I don't know if well, he's up here somewhere. Problem is limited cell phone reception, so good luck on that. Still, we thought we'd get away from the ice. Temperature says 59 outside, and you can see the roads are still snowy up here. So we came, if you saw our last couple of ventures, we're up in Pennsylvania. We got stuck. We did basically a 48-hour run. Now Chris is sliding, the truck's sliding. So we did a 48-hour run because we got stuck and had to leave the trailer up there and all that good stuff. So we said, you know what, it's going to be a nice day today. We'll head down south and really enjoy some of the better temperatures. But that being said, we still haven't escaped the snow, as you see. And pretty wild. But that's because we're at the top of the mountain. But it is decent outside, but just better for the dogs running when they get to put their paws in snow or cold road as we mush along. So pretty epic up here though. Great views. I know there's some reflection in the windshield, hard to see all of it, but it's actually pretty cool. Let me get some of this stuff out of your way so you can do a little better there. What's up?
I don't even want to drive it.
I know. Sure. He thought we'd get away from the snow.
If it was stone.
Chris thought we'd get away from the snow. He's driving.
I don't want pavement and ice. I want stone.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it's going to end because we're coming right off the top. That was the very top. Yeah, cool. Back to at least something we can grip.
Dark side of the mountain.
This is the dark side.
That's
that
why
was the dark side. Yeah. That's why it was. The ice was hanging in. It is beautiful. I'm looking to my right. Don't know if I can show you, but it's too hard to see because the truck windows and everything. But beautiful views here.
I'd say this is the wrong thing.
It might be. I thought it's the Montana 700.
Because see this, that,
Yeah.
and that needs that and this too. Like there's no, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It says, well, I've got no service anyway, so don't worry about it. Well,
I mean, it should be really simple.
nothing with Garmin is simple. So let me, if you can, I'll put it in my pocket for now.
Because that's the top, right?
Yeah.
And it shows the push button at the top. It says put the bottom in first.
Do you think the screw's holding it down?
No. It's just that little.
Yeah, I see.
I can try.
Chase. Oh, Chase. Scott, for now you can put this one any way you want, but you got a light and you can rotate that.
Oh, cool.
And that's a headlight.
Yeah,
that's
sweet.
Yeah, you can put that on any way you want. Well, actually, why not? We'll put the camera on too.
Yeah,
because it looks cool. The only problem is I need my glasses to see how to do this.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you can adjust any way you want. Is that too tight, you think?
No, not at all. I didn't even notice the headband last time we were out there.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I buy a lot of these headbands. I love them. Let me make sure it goes on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Good stuff.
Okay, Chase, we're going soon, buddy. We're going soon. I promise you, bud. I promise you. I know, Chasey. I know. I know, buddy. Chase is talking to us. He wants to go, go, go. That's all he wants to do. Okay, Chase, you're gonna go in a sec. I promise you, buddy. Got to keeping him comforted. He's a tough potato. Doing some behind the scenes stuff, folks. If the video editor decides to leave it in. Chase, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. We are teched out here, folks. Any luck, Crispy? No?
Putting it together like they said.
Okay. Screw right there. Mm-hmm. I like where you moved my phone thing, though. If that's any consolation. I could have got the model I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Montana 700.
I know the outline's not right.
But so weird that they would make it like that. Okay, guys, relax. We're going 2 minutes. I know, Chasey. Boy, they really want it. Harnessed up, bud?
Yeah.
Everybody but Chase.
Good to go, yeah.
Yeah. The usual. Was that you or was that me? Two, three. Oh yeah, let me do that. That's Garmin. Well, they make some good products. They just
make everything as hard as possible.
I put a camera on the front of the truck too. Well, it's not gonna fit in there anyway with the phone there. Yeah, you could just move the phone like you do the other one. Actually, okay. What's that?
It ain't gonna fit in that fucking thing anyway.
Yeah. It's a shame too, isn't it? Because it'd be a good setup if it did. Which model is numbers? 1.07. It might be because it's a little different. It's got the light on it. I thought they were all the same size though. Maybe that's why it didn't say. No, it's a 700i. This is made for the. I could have sworn I bought it with a 7.
Couldn't find the book. Probably say it right there.
Oh, they do give you anti-glare restrictive. And then again, they could have just sold me the wrong thing, dude.
It's similar, but it's good. It's good.
Well, there is a model before this, that's why.
It's gonna have cut out. And then, I guess this is a little special tool. Little hex ring with
For that thing?
I don't know, they say if I can use a little special tool.
You put that up here. Yeah, make that as comfortable as you can, dude. Yeah. Eventually I'm gonna put a camera on the back. I just didn't have time, so you have both ways. Yeah. And they're lightweight, they're those cameras. And dude, you never have to charge you never have to worry about the battery. They're like 12 hours. Oh, okay. Because they're cop cams.
Oh, I get it.
They're not as good as a GoPro, but they're gonna do the job for us.
I mean, they're pretty, yeah.
Because they have instant IR, so it turns on for night.
The bikes also do some of the stabilization for us, so.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Not that this gimbal isn't great.
Yeah. Nah.
Probably put a couple of those straps on.
Nah, just put it in my pocket. Don't worry about it. Let's go before we lose all daylight. Make sure you keep that tool, dude. I put your satellite phone on the front seat. Cool? Okay.
Use a little screensaver.
Yeah, keep that. I want to put that on.
The picture's different.
It is? Yeah, it is. I might have screwed you, dude. Well, we'll just take it off later. Save that stuff.
You guys go until the road splits. I'll catch up to you.
Okay. I put a camera on your hood, so I can get by.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Three, two, one, go.
Okay, going around the front to get the dogs. And what I'm gonna do is, see how hard it is to get up that road? Not for this machine. Dogs gonna be pissed because they're gonna see me leave and they'll be like, where's he going? Without us. This thing's harder to ride without the dogs. Okay, bud. Ooh. Let's go. We're good to go. Everyone's good to go. Chasey boy. Stay. Jeez, you can't just come out, sir. You know you gotta put a harness on there, good boy. Look at Lola, she's peeking through. She's like, I want to be in this. Jaggy's ready too, he's back there. Okay. Question is, where's the harness? There it is. Hey, you want to get him in a sec?
Yeah, I got you.
Whoa, Zaro.
Got him.
Got him. Come on, Zaro. Chase has a new carabiner?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, you watch them, I'll get Jag. Okay, Mr. Jagster. Stay. Look at Miss Lola waiting. Patiently, I might add. Okay, Mr. Jaggy. Mr. Jagster's not so fast with that harness there. Wolf driver, Daddy-O. Okay. Turn this so it's the right way. We'll be on our way. Check traffic, no traffic. Call Mr. Jagger. Got him? Cool. Hang on, Miss Lowe. Okay, love the steps, dude. Okay, Chase. Hang tight. We ready, boys? Radio check, radio check. Can you hear me, Chris? Cool. Let me get my gloves on here. Both in one pocket. Well, I'm wondering what else I might find in this pocket. Tissue came out, gloves came out, both, whole set. Okay. Whenever you're set, bud, I'm gonna follow you out. Cool. I'm gonna see easy does her. Okay. All over. So if you're, first off, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm the Wolf driver. And if you're new to what we do, you got a water bowl in there, Scott?
Oh yeah.
Cool. If you're new to my channel and my videos and my way of living with the Huskies, then I'll give you a quick synopsis. I've been running dogs for better than a quarter of a century, and I run them in all different configurations on all kinds of vehicles that are specially equipped, customized, built, whatever. Got a bathroom break for Zorro, good boy Zorro, to run the dogs sideways, not out in front. I've run many years out in front, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's great to really mush the dogs. Good boy. You good boy, Zorro? Good boy. It's nothing wrong with that. But I find I can go more places because I have a little more control over the dogs with them to the side of me. And it doesn't take any pulling power. So if you've got a dog that doesn't want to pull, kind of just a lazy dog, or an older dog, or a different breed dog, whatever, almost any dog can do what I do. Now, I'm a little extreme. Here comes some icy roads again. You're right, here comes some snowy roads, brother. Snowy roads coming up.
It's gonna be icy road. Be careful, man. Try to stay partly in the black.
10-4 on that, 10-4 on that.
Minutes completed. You
So,
0.16 miles. Your current speed
the reason
4.5
it's this,
miles per hour.
to me, that makes it possible to run the dogs. Zorro, he's getting pushed over. So. Good boy, Zorro. You can go this way, buddy. Look at these views, folks. Truly incredible. I'm gonna pay attention to this road. This vehicle, by the way, has all-wheel drive.
Check the road, looks like it's pointing down a little too much, but sure did I mention it.
Okay. So, again, they don't have to pull, and they I have a little more control over them. They're not on a tow rope, if you will, that's out in front of a vehicle, so a sled or whatever. We don't really get as much snow to really sled them anyway. Though I've done it. I've done a big team before up in the Banff, Canada. I've run, and I've run plenty of small dog teams. I do this very often. In fact, if you check my channel and my website, you'll see I've been documenting myself for the past 10 years pretty extensively, but even before that, I've plenty of videos and pictures and all that good stuff. Vehicles have evolved. So what I'm riding today, and this is talking about access, and you see Zara slip there, and that's why this vehicle is perfect, because I can put the brakes on anytime. Just it's restricted as it is because it's something called regenerative braking. Yes, this is electric. That's another reason the dogs don't need a pull, obviously. This vehicle is very heavy and would be hard for even a 4-dog team to pull. So the vehicles I have and the setups, the way I've done them, allow me to go to not different vehicles for different uses, but to bike trails that bike riders bike even in a busy season, because again, the way they're tethered to the side, I can control them more. They're closer to the bike, so as to not get in a bike rider or pedestrian's way, as well as try to straddle this snow up here. Haul over. As well as really rocky areas. I mean, you couldn't put a sled dog team through a lot of, no matter how big the team was, there are a lot of areas we go because it's just too treacherous. With these bikes, I can go as slow as I want to go, even to a crawling pace. And the dogs can just take their time climbing the steps, climbing the stones and obstacles very carefully, and it becomes a real workout challenge for them. I can go up steep hills. We're talking 16% grades and above, which is very steep, which I don't think, unless, you know, I don't think you make a sled dog team up 16% grade hill. I'm not positive of it. I just started paying attention to grades when we started using these really extreme scooters and bikes that I have. One's a swing car, and the other one, the scooter I'm on, is an Easy Raider, if you want to look that up. So I used to use, and I love it, something called a Seiko cart, which is what they use to train lead sled dogs. The dogs are out in front of you on that, and that's a wonderful tool too. Depending on what you're doing, I would always recommend that. I used to be a distributor for them in the United States, North America actually. Gotta be careful of possible cars coming. Just because we are on a roadway. And we've got these clippings of snow, and I'm going to try to avoid them as much just because they're icy at this point. However, if they were really snow, they'd be a lot more pleasing to everybody, but the ice is just slippery. It does serve to cool the dog's pads, feeling the cold, whatever it is beneath them. Because let's face it, these dogs are warm at 0 degrees, so 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, they can go to 70 below 0. Supposedly. I haven't challenged them, but I guess up in Antarctica, North Pole, whatever, they might do that.
Completed. You've covered 0.75 miles.
So I've got some
Your
GPS
current speed is 6.8 miles per hour.
measuring devices on here. That's phones you see, apps that are documenting and logging our data. So easy guys, haul over so I can look at it and evaluate it while we're doing it, and also after we've done it, just to see how we do compared to other times, what kind of grades we're climbing, and speeds we're achieving, and distances we're going, and average speeds and all that good stuff. So also part of the documentation is the way I preserve the memory. I think Zara's going to do a bathroom break. Bathroom break for Zara. Nope. Yep, there he goes. You gotta go, Zara? Nope. Thought you did. Okay, good boys. So you will hear me occasionally say some sled dog commands. Power it off. Hold on a sec, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. So you will hear me occasionally talking about sled dog commands. Try to lean that back a little more. and that's how I direct them. Now, we also do some other activities, something I call free ranging. I run them off leash, which is lots of fun in farmlands and areas that are 500 acres or more in some places. I have special arrangements with different farmers that I've made over the years through networking myself, and it's been nothing but a joy. So they get off leash and they get that kind of exercise in, as well as something I do called lure coursing, it's formerly known as. And lure coursing is really designed for sighthounds. It's basically chasing a decoy or some kind of toy or flag, something that really dogs that hunt with their vision more than their smell, which are sighthounds, greyhounds, etc., will go after. But some dogs, other breeds, take to it. So 2 of my huskies used to love to be Zorro and Princess, and I'm going to be introducing Lola to it in the coming months. Look at that beautiful pink sky. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it's just gorgeous. So we're getting some quick miles in here because we're heading downhill. We're at a 8.2% negative grade, which means we're running downhill, which is pretty good. Downhill running is also good for the dogs. It's not quite as extreme or physical, but it can be. I'm gonna try to let them air it out. You can see they want to go. We'll get some good speeds. I think we've come about 20 miles per hour on this thing, with them tethered to it. It's pretty good. You can see these scooters. Scott's on a similar one, not as aggressive as what I'm riding. His is the H2, mine's the H4, all part of the Wolf Driver fleet. The H4 has 4 motors, the H2 has 2, and the H4, which I'm on, has beefier tires too. What I mean by motors, there's a motor in each wheel. That's why it's hard for it to get stuck. So that's like 4-wheel drive, if you will. There's nothing more I like to see than dogs enjoying themselves, and that's what this is all about. I'm not doing it for any competition. Careful of cars. %10 grade, we're really heading downhill. Always checking the dogs, if you notice, back and front. Now, if they would slow up, I feel it, and I can usually get an inclination when they're starting to, so I can prepare for it. They're attached to what they call a springer. It's a huge spring. It takes a lot of force to pull it. So the good news is it'll absorb them and always ease into whatever's going on to not jerk them. It's absolutely beautiful.
15 minutes completed. You've covered 1.45 miles. Your current speed is 8.4 miles per hour.
They're flirting with their fastest speed of the day, 12 miles per hour they just hit. Maybe faster, it doesn't always register right away. But they're at 12 right now, 12.4 right now. These mountains, if you will, the mountain roads, what they call kind of switch back. That's to prevent you from going straight down and for climbing and going straight down where it would be too intense for even a vehicle. So when it zigzags through the mountain, it helps you climb it and descend and ascend from it easier. They're looking real good. Folks have got 1.66 miles in as of right now. They're coming fast. These miles again downhill, but we probably will get to some uphill climbing I love them going uphill too because it really helps challenge them. It's funny, I was talking to somebody on Facebook and they were telling me, you think that's working a dog going uphill? Well, I'd like them to see some of the hills we go up. I mean, they're just intense. My truck actually, the dog limousine that follows us, the white truck that we arrived in and came in, and that's one of my dog trucks. that thing overheats on some of these. I'm gonna pass you. That's how intense. That's Chris coming down the hill right now. He's following us. Nice wide road, isn't it, dude?
Oh, yeah. We've been flying out.
Yeah, I know, man. Clocking a mileage. Now, also, people have issues sometimes with me running them on concrete, blacktop, hard surfaces. I've never had a problem. I don't make a habit out of it and do any surface all the time. I like varietizing their where they run and how they run. That's why we travel the East Coast. And, all the surfaces have pros and cons. I mean, I like hardtop a lot. Not a lot, but I like it much more than people understand because it keeps their claws properly maintained. I mean, of course we groom them, but that really, of course we trim their nails when we groom them, but that helps. And it also helps build callus on the pad. So when we do go on some really tough, tricky, rocky terrains, their calluses are built. That's on the pads, of course. And it just gives them a different surface to work on, to understand. There's grass we go on, dirt, rock, all kinds of interesting areas. Of course, snow sometimes. Also, some of the different surfaces will, I don't think, we keep going straight, correct, brother? Straight. Come back with that?
Sir, yes, sir.
10-4, thank you, 10-4, thank you. So, I like to explain sometimes how when they climb rocks, their paws actually, the claws and paws, the toes of their paws, if you will actually grip the rocks to climb them. And that's quite a workout for them, and quite an exercise that not a lot of dogs get, because where do you see people climbing rocks? I mean, search and rescue, of course, but besides that, and when I say climbing rocks, I mean like rocky paths. I'm not talking, you know, just rock climbing. I'm talking lots of rocks in the road that are probably not, maybe a Jeep gets down them or a four-wheeler. You do have to be careful. Of course, we don't want any of the rocks. They're usually not heavy enough. They're usually the heavier. Oh, guys, bathroom break. Chase is gonna stoop down, look like a female dog, squat to pee. That's what he does. Good boy.
20 minutes completed. You've covered 2.17 miles. Your current speed is 6.5 miles per hour.
So, yeah, none of the rocks are usually in a position where they would roll and go over the dog's paw. That would be your only concern, my only concern. But I navigate it pretty good. Again, I'm fortunate enough to say that we've never had any issues for 25 years, all the places we've gone. And you can look on that on YouTube. You'd be like, whoa. So, it's life in a nutshell for the Wolf Driver and his Husky team. There's been generations of Huskies that I've been fortunate enough to share my life with. And you can find them on my website as well, wolfdriver.com.
Alright, boys, I'm screwed up. I'm screwed up. Which I don't understand, because I put in the end point and hit that direction that I was just going where it told me. It's still telling me strangling. Man, I guess we'll follow their directions. I was just afraid it might get too, you know, too many people, but I guess we're all right back here.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. 10-4. Yeah, I know directions are cockamamie on these roads, dude, but it's all good, man. This is a great area.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good round, but because I was afraid there might be some population on the outskirts, but we'll just go with the flow and see what happens.
I like it. I like it. 10-4 on that. If you get any signal, you can try to get Curtis and tell him we'll buy him dinner if he wants to hang around for all his troubles.
Yeah, no service, no satellite, no nothing.
Well, you should have satellite on your phone though.
No satellite phone, no service.
I gotta look at that because this is pretty open.
Look at the truck.
Yeah, 10-4, that's right, the truck.
And then we were hugging that rock wall all the way down.
Yes, that will block it too, they say. So we're talking our satellite phone that I've just purchased a set of satellite phones, Iridium Extreme, because of our previous adventures a couple times ago. We're out in the wilderness and we pretty much had a rough road of it. But we all did good. We'll get them some water in a sec. Hey, I'm gonna water them in the next couple minutes. Just letting you know. So being able to go to places like this in the wilderness where virtually you don't see anybody but the group you're with, the people you're with, whatever, is just incredible. And it's just hard to believe that in range, somewhere we can drive to in a day, we can get into such desolate areas. That's why I never really considered a satellite phone. I mean, usually when I was setting up my account, they're usually talking about Antarctica and places that are really off the grid, not something so close. Oh, you're in Maryland, you're in Baltimore, you're in Virginia. I mean, it doesn't seem like you need it, but when you need a line of communication, you got to do it. Look at Zara, he's picking it up. They really want to go. See, now we cut back a little, so we'll lower the speed. Never go fast in your slow. Never go faster than your slowest dog. Is that snow down there? Wow.
Snow down there, yeah.
We can't get away from it. Let's water the dogs to our right. Cool. Dog water, dog water. G over. G over.
25
G over.
minutes completed. You've covered 2.8.
G over. Hey, Chase. G,
Your
good boy.
current speed is 6.
Easy. Oh.
Miles per hour.
Cool, man.
What was our average speed on that hill?
Our average speed, well, we were like 5 miles per hour.
Oh, that's not good. Seemed like they were flying, but I guess
12.4 they hit, yeah. It was fun. Fun for all. So what do I do with these locations, just so you know, I'm going to take a picture because I use an app called Relive. That's what's on one of these phones. And you can put pictures in.
I don't know, man. We might want to turn around and go back that 3/4 of a mile. Because when I'm following the map where it's taking us, there's actually like some kind of business, or I guess it is, says something place.
How far is that? Stay with the bike for a sec, dude. Yeah, the camera looks good. He was worried about it. I'm actually gonna.
I guess we'll be alright.
10-4 on that, just checking this camera. Yeah, it's pretty good. Dude, I got a waterproof battery backup. It's sealed. So if it rains, mud, nothing ruins anything. Can you believe that's just only $25?
What, the case?
The battery backup that I have on there, and I got one for your bike when we go through snow next time, is waterproof. And you can actually take it underwater. It's got a plug. Some people say they leak a little, but I don't care because I'm not going underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got a plug where you put the cable into, and then you turn it to seal it, and then it goes to the.
I see those under there. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're awesome, man. $25, and they're like 5,600 milliamps. So that means I get like 4 hours out of them on a GoPro. Yeah, so that's cool.
That's that lithium, man. Everything's changing.
Everything, man.
You sure you don't want some of this?
Dude, my voltage on my bike is 67.3. I've never been that high. I really think that might be their charger.
The regen going down the mountain.
Yeah, that's true. How high's yours?
65.7.
I don't know.
We started high though. So
Yeah, we did.
These things got to be topped off right now.
Yeah. Let me see if I got reception on my satellite phone, because that's important to me. Just curious. Yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, I don't see a reception on mine either right here. Probably because I'm against all these, I guess, this mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
Looks like it says you got it, and then when you push on the thing, it goes away. I don't know.
You can put the antenna up, searching for iridium, it says.
Yeah, I mean, if like when I don't pay attention to it, then it shows me it's got full signal, and then as soon as you try to do something with it, then it says searching, and then it says couldn't do it.
Very strange.
Well, we're in a bowl right here.
Yeah, that'll definitely stop it. You ready, Scott?
Yeah.
How much they drink?
They all touched it, but not a whole lot all around.
Interesting. They're all pretty revved up.
I was surprised too after that run.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'll see how they're together when I pull off. I'll touch them with the big balloon tires. I like big balloons. Come on, guys. Good boys. I'm gonna turn my light on here, folks. To you know what? I'm gonna put my other light on.
30 minutes completed. You've covered 2.87 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
I have what I'm wearing is a video light that you can see possibly on the camera. Come on, guys. Hey. And it serves two purposes. It acts as a headlight. Going over some pretty intense mud here. And it also acts as a video light because it's more of a floodlight. So sometimes I'll use spotlights. And the problem with the spotlights are, for video, they don't really give you a good angle of view. So they're very spotty, hence spotlight. And they're great for seeing in the woods, like if you're looking for animals, because you can see their eyes glow off of it, but they're not good for recording. And I'm recording for what we're doing. This is perfect for lighting my way, and perfect for video recording, shooting on the GoPros, etc. Scott, anytime you want, you can turn your headlight on your head.
Yeah.
I can show you how if you need to.
There's a button on the side.
Yeah, and you hold it in for brightness or dimness. Sorry, just trying to adjust one of the cameras there, give you a little bit better view of me. You might not want to see my ugly mug though, especially lit up. Okay, so we're looking good. We've got, is that right? We've gone better than 3 miles already.
Yeah, that sounds, slammed that hill.
Yeah, mountain.
Yeah, true, facts.
So, I know it might sound a little, how can I say it? Not so prim and proper, but sometimes we look for other animals that have gone to the bathroom, their droppings, to see if we can identify. And that's how you can tell some about bears. Of course, horses is very distinguishable, rabbits, stuff like that, just to know what's in the area. Sometimes you'll see that. Not so much on these roads, but on trails. So all kinds of ways to really try to assess the area you're at, so you can know what you're up against sometimes. Because we've come pretty close to some porcupines before. Now, porcupines, is that a, no, that's the sky. Porcupines aren't going to hurt you unless you run into them, same with a dog, but at the same time, they're very slow, so you could run into them on the bike. And the dogs are excited, and they're pulling because they want to see the porcupine. The porcupine just strutting his stuff down the trail or wherever he is. Next thing you know, a dog goes into it, and it's very dangerous. So, like to know when they're around. Skunks don't want to get sprayed. Run into them too. And actually, the dogs have gotten sprayed. So, not on the bike when we're free ranging though. And so we're climbing a little bit of a hill here. I don't always get a direct reading, so I can't give you a update until it comes across on the GPS, on the iPhone screen, app screen, whatever. You like that light better than the other one you had?
Oh yeah, it's nice that it clips onto this the same.
Yeah, this, and it's pretty bright. I think you can make it brighter if you want it.
I could. I'm trying not to blind you right now.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. Also, I've got more batteries if you're on it. That's just changeable 18650 lithium batteries. I have them with me, so you know you're not going to run out.
We run out of roads, we don't run out of batteries.
Right, exactly.
Completed. You've covered 3.41 miles. Your current speed is 7.5 miles per hour.
It's almost 3.5 miles with the speed of 7.5 we were at. Dogs are looking great.
Stay to the left.
10-4, so there's a stop sign here. I'm gonna take a left. Go to the left. Little Fork Road, Route 24. So as I was alluding to before, there's just so many of these mountain roads that are desolate. In the areas we go, it's truly amazing. That's what we look for. I'm a member of some groups on Facebook, a trail group, and I used to really pay a lot of attention to it because I run a lot of trails and people tell about trails in their area that I hadn't heard of or didn't know existed. Sometimes they're just real small in the sense that they're not real well known, but they're large enough or they're in an area where we get enough knowledge for the dogs. But those trails, I use different bikes. I can't really use these scooters unless they're snow covered or not being used by bikers because it's just too much with this scooter. But I have a certain bike that is I have a line of bikes that are all ready to go. When I say a line of bikes, this stuff's all custom made for me. It's not anything I really sell. I know people have asked me, where can I get your stuff? I can give you some of the people, names and numbers of some of the people and shops that help put it together, and they can build it for you. But chances are, I mean, most people that do this, most people that might want to do this probably want to have 4 dogs. You can do 4 dogs on a regular bike with these Springer attachments, so you don't need, I mean, unless you're trying to exactly replicate some of the terrain we're going on, and you would need some of this stuff. Now, this Easy Raider is commercially available. I mean, you can buy it. It's an expensive toy, and it can be outfitted for their dogs. They custom did it for me. They might do it if you ask them for a fee or whatever. They wanted to get me with it because I'm out here doing this stuff all the time. They're like seeing the videos on social media and linking to them and all that stuff. That helps them sell the bike, the scooter, if you will. So we're closing in on 4 miles, just like that, 40 minutes. We're really going fast. So I was wrong. Average speed 6 miles per hour. That's like pretty up there. That's my top end. That's pretty good, actually. Now, on our last adventure, because we were rescuing our trailer, we had to go, it was stuck in the snow. And again, you can go back an episode or 2 and you'll see that adventure. You'll understand that the dogs, by the time we got to run them, we could only find 4 Mile Mountain. So they were a little limited. It was just enough to get them out the truck, but they're got a little extra energy today. What's so cool about a dog is I love watching them just walk, how they bounce, especially Huskies. I don't know if I've recognized them on other breeds. Maybe I haven't examined them close enough. But when they like on the balls of their pads, I would call it the balls of our feet. I'm a martial artist, lifelong martial artist. So, but when you bounce, you are very like economy of movement, essentially. And that's what they do. They're just nature's design. It's instinctual for them. For us, not so much. We get lured in by so many other things that we tend to sometimes lose our finesse or not develop it fully. Little bridge here. Now sometimes you got to worry about bridges if they're graded.
Minutes completed. You've covered 4.07 miles. Your current speed is 6.5 miles per hour.
Yeah, if the bridges are graded, just like a drawbridge or something, if you're familiar with that, sometimes the dogs don't like them because they can see below them, and also we got to look at the size of the grading. We wouldn't want their paws to go through them. We usually wouldn't have that problem because they're big dogs and their paws are all relatively big, but I'll analyze it when we get to them and have to determine if we can make it across. Sometimes we'll carry them across. Sometimes we'll put them in the truck to go across, and sometimes we'll turn around if it's not doable. So we're going to start going up a mountain here, or at least a hill. So they're going to have to turn it on from running downward, having the wind to their back, to running uphill, having the wind in front of them. But it's all a good variety. See Jag hanging back a little, like that. We're going uphill now. I got to work. Okay, Mr. Jagger, I hear you. I watch their tether, and I can tell how they're working. Over the years, I've used different tethers, by the way. I've used from breakaway tethers, essentially. So if something would impede us, it would break away. Not much success with them. They broke too easily, and they're rated for all kinds of force, and then when you put a super heavy one on there, it never breaks. So it's the same thing as having them totally tethered. I just take my time, and I'm very careful, and I never have to worry about riding into anything they would need to break away. So I got to a more solid tether, and I've used sled dog collar attachments where you would attach two dogs to each other to because I needed just a little short rope. You can see it's 8 to 18 inches long tether, if you will. But right now I'm on using small tie downs you would use for like a motorcycle on the back of a truck, where you would tie it down, a trailer, tie the wheel down. And I'm using really high-end carabiners, which are black diamond, and they're magnetic. The reason being because if it's not a locking carabiner, I've actually had it slip out, where the dogs just move in such awkward positions that they just come off of the bike. So a locking carabiner is great, but the problem with that is in the cold, it can sometimes freeze up, and you got to take your gloves off to operate it. So Black Diamond came out with these really high-end magnetic ones, which you can pretty much do with your gloves on, and they won't freeze up. They're just expensive, but they work wonders. So I use the tie down with the high-end carabiners, and it seems to be a good win. A win-win. Excuse me. Good running for them here. Now Jag's it's not that he's struggling, it's that he wants to go his own pace. He always does this, even when he's off leash. He just takes his time until something excites him, or he decides, you know what, I'm gonna be competitive and outrun my fellow pack mates. He always goes his speed for the most part, which is fine. We just cater to that. I've had people in the past want to give me sled dogs that no longer want to be sled dogs, and again, that's why these are sled dogs, but we're not really sledding. It's more of a recreational type thing. I mean, it is work because they need a purpose, but it's work they can manage at, again, all stages of life, from senior to really puppy. Biggest thing with a puppy is you don't want them to pull, and I'll always ask your veterinarian for advice. I'm just giving you some of my pointers, which may or may not be right for you. But usually with puppies, you don't want them pulling or asserting themselves too much to where they would stunt their growth.
You've covered 4.43 miles. Your current speed is 3.2 miles per hour.
So what that means is, if their growth plates are not touching, then they're still growing. Once their growth plates touch, they're pretty safe to do rigorous activities like pulling and whatnot. But usually take an x-ray to find that out. It's not something you would know. It's usually, definitely, almost always by 2 years, at least for huskies. But a year and a half is probably more like it, but again, you would want to check with your vet. But I've run my dogs. I've run them when they were still puppies. Growth plates were not touching, just to get them used to it, and just didn't overexert them. Let them run their heart out. Essentially, in the puppies, they can't run as far and do as much, but not pull, not overexert. Pulling would be too much. Something like this activity is great. Now, running up these hills and everything, we wouldn't, in the puppy stage, we would cut it back. Just enough to wet their whistle, get them used to it and comfortable with it, and get that first jolt of energy out of them. And we're on an 8.6% grade uphill. Negatives downhill, Positive's uphill. This is positive. So our average speed is going to go way down. But that's all good. You can see it's challenging. I have to say that this is just so cool. I mean, being in the forest, deep forest, and having a plush road like this where it's super wide. So if we do run into other vehicles, we can easily yield to them, of course, and get out of their way quickly. And just have the quiet of the night around us is really cool. We might see some owls. I haven't seen any in a while, but I have in the past. So that's always interesting. Love the owls. And deer we usually see. Our lights are lighting up the woods pretty good. So you could see something if it was out, well, if it was relatively close. Not camouflage, of course. Usually the best way is looking for their eyes, because almost all eyes are reflective. And once you see, just like a reflector, once you see the light shine off of there, you'll know something's there. Can't always determine what it is. You can try to measure in your mind the height from the ground and how far the eyes apart, how big they are, etc. But it's a guessing game. I've actually spotted spider eyes on a tree. I was so intrigued. I'm like, did I really see them? I don't have great vision as it is. And I got off the dog power go-kart at the time. That was one of the bikes, light bikes that they could pull. And I was on a C&O canal. I remember this. I got off. I actually documented it, and it was a spider. Eyes were big enough that you could see them. So. The other thing that replicates it is if you get wet ground, like some of the blades of grass will also appear like eyes. It's round, and it gives that same reflectivity or similar. Always watching Jaggy. That's why I turn in so much. I was in on 5 miles and 50 minutes, 50. If we kept going downhill, we'd have been at 6 to 7 miles per hour average. Here he comes.
50 minutes completed. You've covered 4.77 miles. Your current speed is 3.5 miles per hour.
Here we go, cresting that hill. Looks like we're plateauing here, leveling off. Which is cool. It's a nice hill climb. That was a 12.4% grade as it continued. Got really steep. Pretty good. Good work for the dogs. We're hoping to get a 15-mile night out of this. Again, I don't know how much the scooters will hold up. The batteries on them, I've got the extended batteries on order, but these are more limited to what they have in their gas tank. And the reason being that we can't use other batteries. Is that a house up there? Is because of the everything's so specialized. See a headlight up there? It's wild. I don't know what that is. It's just a reflection off the mountain. But I don't know if it was a house. Nah, it's just the sky, I guess. The sky's a little light behind the trees above the mountain there. We're picking it up a little bit. We're going to start to go up a little bit here. Yeah, so usually on a hilly terrain where we're getting a lot of downhill, which we did in the beginning, keeps the batteries charged because you're not using them to climb, and it has regenerative braking, as I said, so they recharge themselves somewhat. So could possibly get 15 miles. I mean, on a night like tonight, I'd reach for 20, but I know the battery's not going to hold out for 20. I don't think. And we might run out of road by then. We're over 5 right now, still under an hour. Cool, because you can still see some light skies that I was seeing before over to the left of me. Now we're coming around into it. Kind of really cool looking. I thought that there's a road to our left, but that's closed off. I thought that was somebody there. I was like, ooh. Usually we don't run into people back here in the woods unless they're camping or having some sort of event, or a couple hikers, but usually at night. Very limited to campers for the most part. There's a reflection on the ground to my left. Probably a can. That's what I'm thinking. There's not 2 eyes, there's only one reflection. And that's a can right there. Looked like one of those Minute Maid juice cans as I passed it by. There's another one here. Let's see if that is another can. It's a shame that they're back here. I mean, it's not terrible, but there's a few cans scattered amongst the nature, which of course I don't like, but can't do anything about it, just educate people. Downhill, after the hill climb, nice. Now the dogs did get groomed this past week on Thursday. So getting groom's an activity for them also. It's a little stressful. I mean, I make it lighter by calling it a spa day, but they truthfully don't love it, but they need it.
55 minutes completed. You covered 5.27 miles. Your current speed is 6.0 miles per hour.
The key with grooming is finding a groomer that you know really loves to do it and will really pamper the dogs and be as gentle as possible but as thorough as possible. And these huskies that I have, my huskies, I've had what they call short hair ones, or ones you're used to seeing that are more of the mainstream, and these are long haired, or what they call woolly coat. Woolly coat is a long haired double coated animal, so that is a really hard coat to take care of. It's more of an anomaly in the wild because it actually it's more of a detriment to them than it is. You would think it would maybe insulate them better, but the problem is the hair will shed a lot of it and get stuck under all that coat if it's not brushed out. In the wild, there ain't no one to brush it out, so they're limited to rubbing on trees and the ground to get it out. So it doesn't occur, their woolly coat for dogs doesn't occur as much in the wild, or their ancestors didn't get it as much, I should say. More of an anomaly is my understanding, at least. So, but I love the looks of it, and I can get the groomer there once every 3 weeks to maintain it, and I just enjoy the coat. So these guys are woolly coats, but it doesn't truthfully affect their performance. The only thing it can do, another hindrance to it, is if you're out in inclement weather, and of course in the wild it's inclement weather, their ancestors, wolves, whatever, had, if they had a woolly coat, and this happens now, and say you get precipitation and it freezes up, it can actually freeze to their hair, because the hair is longer than a short hair husky or a non-woolly coat, and therefore, I gotta change my battery. Oh guys, let's see if they want some water too. Hey, we're gonna do a quick water break. Haul over. Haul over. Right here. Yep, that's good, Scott. You're good. Just watch your light in their eyes, please. Change the battery out real quick. Okay. See if all my contraptions I can do this efficiently. I can't even get the bag open. Starting off there. Let's see. Camera, the light battery's here, I believe. Hey Scott, give me a little light here. For a sec. Let's see which one this is. There we go. That's all right. Thank you. Hold on, I might need it again. Yes. Okay, Chase, we're going in a second. Oops, sorry, buddy. Oh, you didn't see him face, but
He's looking down. He got the whole sun in his eyes.
luckily it's a video light for flood.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of... How you doing, dude?
Good.
Good, man?
About to grab my coat.
Okay, cool.
Before we start off.
Take a picture here. Take your time, bud. We're plenty good on battery. Jeez.
Yeah.
We're all fired up on that. Ah. Take care of an itch.
1 hour completed. You've covered 5.59 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Not bad.
This road is real smooth.
Real smooth, dude. Dogs seem to be loving it. They're really amped up because we only did 4 miles with them last time.
Yeah. Oh, Chase is rear. I'll be back.
He's every time we stop, he.
Yeah.
Zara's gonna take a breather. Actually, Jag is too. So when they do that, when they lay down, it's nice for them to catch a quick breath. And I won't stand on here so they don't feel compelled to get up. Once I stand on there, it's usually like, oh, he's ready to go. Hi, good boy. Let's see. Feel bad for Curtis, but
We tried.
yeah, I mean, I told Chris we can get a hold of him, tell him I'll buy him dinner. We'll meet and get him some dinner when we're done for
Something weird must have happened. I don't know where he was driving. Maybe he lost reception on the way to the gas station or something.
Yeah.
He has one more? Yeah. No, you won't go, huh? Huh? Yeah.
Cool. I'm checking to see what Jag's licking. He'll lick his paw sometimes, because dirt sticks to him like a magnet. I'm sure, yeah, he's just cleaning it. Sometimes if the callus will wear away because the road surface is hard, that'll be a problem. Cool, I got satellite reception here, so.
Oh, nice.
Hey, you want to try to call Curtis on the satellite phone? I got reception here.
You can try, man. Do you want me to give you his number?
Can you try on yours?
Say again?
Can you try to call him on your phone? On your satellite?
Yeah, I don't have it, man. I've tried a few times and I can't get through.
Here, walk down here to me once and we'll do it. Bring his number. Yeah, I got searching for it now too, so it might have been, no, it's registered. He said he barely made it back down. We forget, dude. We travel everywhere. He can't travel like that.
I thought he had a four-wheel drive truck. I guess he's not used to it.
Exactly. Okay, man. Did they drink much?
They all touched it, but I don't think they slammed any.
We went for an earlier stop because I was changing the battery, tried to work it once. Come on, guys. Hike. Good boys. That was cool though. Satellite work, dude.
Yeah. It sounded weird at first, I think. I don't know what I was hearing.
Yeah. So we're doing great. We're an hour and 8 minutes into our journey, 5.62 miles. That was a big rest, and it gave the dogs time to recover. And it also got my phone call in, check out the satellite phone. I was excited to use it, and also try to catch up with Curtis. But we may or may not be able to get with him. We tried. We had good intentions. And when the dogs, like Jag looked up that hill there, that mountain. Oh, I do see a reflection. That looks like that's a can too in the woods. Sometimes the mountain cats can sit up above you, because that's how they jump on their prey. So you want to go up there. They're probably not going to jump on us, but could be up there waiting for something to come by. Probably not so close to a roadway, but who knows? Looking for a light. Yeah, there's one.
I don't know if it's house light there or a car light maybe coming up eventually.
Yep, there might be a car coming. I'm not sure. 10-4 on that. I see it. 10-4 on that. Thank you.
10 minutes completed. You covered 5.72 miles. Your current speed is 5.7 miles per hour.
Bathroom break for Chase. Good boy, Chase. This encourages him to go to the bathroom. Good boy, Chase. And since we're on a road, a park road back in the wilderness, we don't need to clean it up. We're not violating the laws by not doing it. I think those are just houses or town or something over to our left. Chris thought it was maybe a car or something. Well, we know the satellite phone works, which is crucial. On the satellite phone, you can also send GPS location, so if we needed to, that'd be awesome. We'd be able to do that. Looks like a sign here. That's what this says. Telling you to be careful. Wildlife management area or something. Kind of cool. Now here would be a great place for a satellite to go. Well, I don't know. You're back in a bowl essentially. So I don't know. I'm just glad it worked where we needed it, where we wanted to use it. Sorry, talking a lot about the satellite phone.
Yeah, car way up in that over there.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a road or he's coming towards us.
Potentially coming this way. There's a couple other roads that are branching off in like a neighborhood and shit, so I don't know, just keep your eyes open.
10-4, thank you. 10-4, thank you. You hear that, Scott?
No, I didn't.
Might be cars coming this way. We're not sure. Just checking Jag a lot because when he licks his paw like that, I want to make sure. It's usually nothing you can see, but sometimes it can grind the claw down too far. If we were going too fast for him, which I don't think we were, he was moving good, but he catches something wrong, and what would happen is we would just either put a booty on him or put him in the truck if it was not injured, but if it was just the nail got snagged on something, because the bloodline's there incomplete, but I don't see any blood, so chances are it's not. You'll see some other signs if it is. Nothing, it's not going to really affect them, it's just a little uncomfortable. Not too bad, I mean, you know, if they, believe me, I can do whatever we need to do. That's why I carry everything I do. My fanny pack's got all the foot gear. So he seems fine. We got a reflector down here, that's a light. A lot of water around here. Keep hearing it. It's over. Some sort of structure. What it looks like a little. It might be a house. Not sure. Everybody's running good. Yeah, everyone's good. Stop sign. Coming up to a stop sign, dude. Easy, guys. Easy, guys.
We just going straight?
Oh, can we?
I'm not sure.
We're not sure. We're going to check it out.
It's a double yellow line road. I don't know if we want to go on.
Doesn't look like we can go straight. Double yellow line road here. Should we turn around?
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, Dick's paws look great.
1 hour,
Yeah, it's gonna
15
be
minutes
safe, it's
completed. You've covered.
Okay, we'll turn around.
6.19
Here we go.
miles. Your current speed
Hey,
is
come on, guys.
0 miles per
G over.
hour.
G over. G over. G over. Watch this. So you turn around in the dog vehicle. Haul, come around. 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 Good boys. Haul, G over. So again, that happens sometimes where you think the road's going to continue, or Chase, Don't drink that water. You think the road's going to continue, or the road you come to is not going to be such a busy road. Now this isn't busy, but double yellow line means it's a heavily traveled road, so we're going to keep off of it. Sometimes if it was a quarter or half mile down to access a smaller road, we would do it. Chris would follow us, Scott would be in front of me, but he's looking at the maps now. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah, save this man.
10-4, we're turned around. You just let us know what to do.
Go back up.
10-4, car coming now your way, so be careful.
Hey. I'll let you know if it comes your way.
Come on, guys, hike. Easy, guys. So we usually don't like to go the same way twice. I mean, that's why Chris follows us. Why we don't go in and out and come back. But sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you gotta.
You guys are cool.
Backtrack.
Went the other way.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. So depending on what other roads we find, we might have to backtrack the whole way, which would be fine. Be just another 6 1/4 miles. But just to keep the area new, sometimes it's more fun. It's always more fun. The dogs know they traveled this road before because they smell their scent on it. They're obviously keen sniffers, and just not quite as exciting for them. We've seen it also, but that's all good. Hey, it's amazing you get a road at 6 1/4 miles. That's virtually untraveled. Everybody's running great. There's apparently some water down there. I don't know if that's might be a river, stream. Part of a stream probably that flows into a river around here. I'm always interested in that because I just like to know the rivers, other bodies of water that are close by. It's always fun. The weather tickling my throat, making me cough. In the beginning of the video of the run today, I'm saying the video, assuming you're watching, you watched it. I'm trying to mount this new Garmin, I guess, device that would help me better see the roads with a glance down, but the mount is probably the wrong one I bought, and it doesn't want to go on, so it's in my pocket, so I have to pull it out and look at it. Chris has devices in there that can tell him too, but 2 sets of eyes are better than one all the time, of course. So if we're both looking at it, we'd be able to better determine our situation.
Completed. You've covered 6.43 miles. Your current speed is 4.7 miles per hour.
The more activity the dogs get, the more days it takes them to recover. When I say days, I mean usually a day they can recover unless we go extensive mileage. And I'll always evaluate them and see what they're up for. And that's how I determine a lot of times what activity we'll do the next days. We do try to get 2 dog runs in a week, which is a lot right there. But the other activities complement their fitness and help to keep stimulating their psychological aspects. which is so important in husky because they constantly need to be challenged and entertained in some way to keep them from wanting to stray and wanting to dig and exhibit other behaviors. Digging's definitely part of what they do, but it can become a nuisance if it's too much. So with the amount of activity I get them, they usually only have energy to run the run and play a little bit, and then go back to sleep. When I say play a little bit, it's usually wrestling with each other. I post those videos a lot on Facebook, and you can see them on YouTube, that kind of thing. We're about 2,000 feet elevation-wise above sea level. Not sure we restarted. I didn't pay attention to it. I usually do. Good climb. 8.5% grade. That's decent. That's what we're on now, climbing. This might get steeper than 8.5%. Feels like it. Depending how the dog's feeling, again, what ways we find to go, we could be in for a good night of mileage because the bike seems to be holding a lot of battery juice. Also, the warmer temperatures are helping it. Works against the dogs, but they seem to be doing great. Battery drains more lithium in cold weather. The colder it is, that deteriorates the battery quicker too. Does this go two ways?
Yeah, we can go straight, or right rather.
Unless he wants it. Hey, would you want us to go left or just keep going straight?
Actually, when you get back to that one point,
That's a
we're
gate.
going to make a right at least.
10-4, that was gated anyway. 10-4, that was gated anyway.
1 hour, 25 minutes completed. You covered 6.82 miles. Your current speed is 4.0 miles per hour.
The left, which is now right, is open, but I don't know.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. Closing in on 7 miles. Everybody's doing their stuff. I also, when we plan our trips, location varies. We make a decision usually that day where we're going to go because of weather conditions and timing conditions, etc. But today I'm glad we came, because tomorrow in our area, and that's probably most of the East Coast or most of the Mid-Atlantic area where I'm at, we're in Maryland, based out of Maryland, it looks like it's going to rain. And we prefer not to run in the rain. We can if we have to, but we prefer not to. Many times we've done it, not intentionally, sometimes intentionally. Snow is a lot better than rain though. Rain's not so bad in the spring and summer. Warmer temperatures, it keeps the dogs cooler, the rain actually, and doesn't freeze us out. But a winter rain is brutal on us. Dogs love it. It's not as necessary for them like a spring or summer run, where the rain would be welcome for them. Easy, buddy. Don't run off a cliff.
Yeah, the snow and it tried to take me with it.
Yep.
We've been there.
Been there, done that. There's the sign for the George Washington National Forest, which is just massive. Baby. Nice hill climb here, 9.3% grade. We're working the dogs now, really working. 7.25 miles.
Hour, 30 minutes completed. You've covered 7.2 miles. Your current speed is 3.9 miles per hour.
Get ready to crest this hill. To me, I like boys and good girl. Good boys and good girl. Make sure I didn't see the car right now. Scott's light. It's in my peripheral. What's your voltage at?
3.5, something like that.
63.5? Cool. Yeah, me too, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. Well.
So what's the chargers, you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to get the extended battery so we got unlimited running ability when they come out next month. I think he's... Oh, this month, I think. Shenandoah Cooperative Wildlife Management Area. So the Shenandoah, I guess, is around here still. I thought we were, I don't know how far the Shenandoah runs into Virginia. We have an actual little vacation cabin in the Shenandoah where we take the dogs to as well. Some of those videos can be found online. I have a farm I run down there, free range, pretty cool. Life with the wolf driver. Everybody's doing great. Closing in on 8 miles right now. I'm really excited about this battery's performance. Seems like it's going up. So the amount of volts is how much life's left in the battery, usable life for, so it needs to be recharged. And volts are really still high. Now, we've been doing some downhill, which again builds them up, but I just think they're higher than most times. I think we were using some other chargers from some of our other stuff, and Actually, these chargers we bought for fast chargers, and I think the fast charger wasn't the way to go in these parts. That looks like a high thing. That's a king. When it was sitting there, it looked like a small animal. Definitely king. Wildlife yet. Sometimes we just don't see any. I mean, what you would think is you'd see more back in these quiet, remote areas, but I think you actually see less. You see more in crowded towns because there's less room for them to roam. Here, there's tons of room for them to roam, so they don't need to be near the roads. We can find enough roads. We could get 20 miles tonight if the dogs are up for it. I haven't done any long runs in a while, and because our last ride was limited, I think they might want it. We'll see. We shall see. I'm not going to let him unleash it as fast because I think that hill definitely took a little energy from him. Climbing that hill. See the way Jag's running. He's a little tired. He's good, but so I'm going to take your time here. That's why I know my dogs. It's important for you to know your dogs. He's recovered close to it. There we go, we're back in business. Baby. So it's gotten a little colder out here now. Probably more like the mid-40s. And in the winter it cools down quickly at night usually, so Jack's back in the game. So that's why Scott grabbed the coat. I'm still roughing it. No pun intended. Rough. I didn't put my other coat on, so I have to take all my vest off. It takes me a little while. I'm not cold at this point. To get cold, I will. Got more layers in the truck. If Chris wouldn't follow us, I'd probably layer up more. But since I know it's only a truck stop away, no pun intended there. Just weather the cold for now.
1 hour, 40 minutes completed. You've covered 8.21 miles. Your current speed is 3.5 miles per hour.
We're going back about a quarter of the way. What the heck that was? That's like somebody's voice right next to me. we do ghost hunting too, so we got into it by being in enchanted places like this and hearing stuff and seeing old ruins that were some from the Civil War, and figured how cool, let's learn about ghost hunting. And now we've got a team of ghost hunting experts, and we've kind of become experts in our own right over the years of doing it so much. And sometimes when you look at this footage, you do hear some voices that you didn't hear when you were doing it, and they, it's not yours or anyone on the team. It's peculiar, to say the least. You can find my Wolf Driver Werewolf evidence on YouTube as well, and on my Werewolf's website. If you're not a believer, I might make you one. Believe me, I wasn't a believer either. But I've always been, there's another battery light, enchanted by history and going back in time and just getting a feel for what it might have been like. So now we're a little less light. When we stop for our next water break, I'll switch to a night vision camera. Good hill climb here too. Leg, I should say. Oh, nice climb here. Baby. Not cold enough to see my breath yet, so I know it's not in the 30s. But I definitely feel the temperature dropping. Actually, I think I got one more battery.
Covered 8.62 miles. Your current speed is 4.9 miles per hour.
I think I'll be able to light us up again one more time before I switch to night vision. Did you know when it snows? Okay. Okay, we're at this road. I think we can go left or straight. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, you don't want to go left. It's going to take you to like a fish hatchery. You want to like go straight. It's like another mile and a half back to that other road. There's other two roads. You know what I mean?
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that.
I'm hoping to turn it before it gets too icy too.
I'm with you on that one, brother. I'm with you on that one.
Right now, one, I can go check that fish hatchery road real quick.
Whatever you think.
I'll go check it out real quick and come back. Western civilization. In a mile and a half, you want to make it right.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. We'll stop and water them up here anyway. Let's stop over here, Scott. G over. G over. Chase will like to eat some snow. Easy, easy ho.
Accident. Screw it, man. I'm following you guys too friggin' hard.
10-4, you okay?
Tanked the trailer off the side, you know?
Yeah, man. Hey, we stopped right here for a water. We stopped right here for a water.
If you want, I can go ahead and check it, and that way I'd feel better if I knew where to send you.
10-4, that's cool.
What do you think?
Yeah, you can do that. I feel better with these satellite phones. I mean, I was on the phone with Curtis, so I felt good. But you know how that goes.
Yeah, it's nice to have some way to get help.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. Okay, let me switch that. Battery again. Didn't last that long on this.
Completed. You covered 8.92 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
Okay, dude. You're being a wild man.
Loves the stuff.
Loves it. Okay, 2 days. Let me turn the light off. Light might come on. There it is. There it is. On the activity. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Whoa. I think my other battery was weak to begin with. This is bright. Everybody looks good, dude. No worse for the wear. Man, he's got that secure now.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like a bowl of spaghetti.
Dude, don't talk about food. I'm hungry. Sorry, he says, screw the water. Chase is eating snow.
Yeah, he won't even look at the bowl. He don't care.
Cleaning off his paws. Getting a little colder, isn't it?
A little bit. Not bad,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Not bad to what it could be.
Yeah.
Curtis gave up quick.
Probably after the heard the war story from when we were trying to dig the trailer out and shit.
Yeah, saw the snow, so I'm not hanging out for this.
Leaving, yep. He's funny.
Let's see, what are we at mileage-wise? I mean, time-wise, 152, yeah. Oh, look, Chase, he might lay down. Oh, he loves laying down. Look,
Yeah.
snow. Let him chill for a couple minutes. Sorry. They all look great. Notice who's not laying down, the young one. The youngin'. Well, Chase got up quick. Baby. These scooters seem like to go for 20 miles tonight.
Yeah. They're definitely notably more charged.
Notably.
Yeah.
Christ, it could have been like that on that snow trail. We might have made it somewhere.
We'd have made it a lot further than that, yeah. It seemed like that was the least
At least
amount of time they ran.
It might have been because it was cold too.
True.
It's warmer today, and it makes a big difference on the batteries.
And they were sitting in the 50s while they were charging
Yeah.
too, so that
They were, yes. Yeah.
Sorry to be really touchy.
Oh, let me get one more picture here. Give him a little more rest time too. Well, Zorro's up. He's like, let's go, Dad. Ready now. Okay. Are my shoes untied? They are. Ooh. Don't like that. Okay. Okay, Chase, we're going in a sec, buddy. I promise you. Let me tie a shoe. Hi, good girl. I'm sorry. Chris is ahead, checking out if it's worth taking a right where he thought. Okay. I'm going to wait till 1:55. Jaggy's still chilling. It looks good. Good boy, Mr. Jagger. Mick Jagger. Okay, guys. I'm going to get a little sign from our talking GPS. We'll know it's time to go. Now we're blowing smoke. I think my satellite, I think I'm knocking reception here. Maybe if I put it this way, I won't be pushing buttons.
Hour, 55 minutes
Time to
completed.
roll.
You've covered 8.92 miles.
Okay, buddy,
current
ready?
Speed is 0
Here we go.
miles per hour.
Keep an eye on traffic behind me because Chris isn't there. Whoop, sorry, bud. Ready? Boys, hike. I hit the throttle for a second. I woke him up. The brake was on, it wasn't going anywhere. Jack heard it. He's like, okay, I'm ready. I don't know if my light didn't have a, well, I don't think it's a fully charged battery, but it's really bright now, which is nice. Oh, guys. Oh, I gotta stop for a sec. technical difficulty. Okay, come on guys, hike. Once in a while the phone wants to tell me there's a Wi-Fi possibility. It's one of the other phones. There ain't no Wi-Fi out here but us. So it's one of my other phones, and I want to ask me if I want to join the network because there's no cell reception, obviously. And it doesn't pause the app, but it gets in the way. So I had to clear it off the screen, and the gloves don't work through the glass of the screen, so I have to take the glove off. Take the glove off and touch the screen. Say, get out of here. So we're over 9 miles, which is a good thing. Got enough juice to do quite a few more miles if we can find roadway to do it. Getting colder, that's good for the dogs. Bathroom break for Miss Lola. Good girl, Loli. Good girl, Loli. Oh, we climbed 200 feet. We're almost at 2,200 feet above sea level. Good girl, Lola. Take your time, good girl. You're a good girl. Okay. Let's go. How did you know? When it snows. We're at 7:02 right now. Chris is trying to get us, but he's right on the outskirts of reception because I'm just hearing him push the button on the walkie-talkie, that is. He's probably determined that it's either good or bad where he went for us to go. Yeah, it could be high 30s now. Dropped considerably. That's how that snows here. Should have known that. Is this where you want us to turn right? Crispy, crispy.
Right when you get to the bottom of the hill, I think that was the hill he meant.
On that road.
Come back with that. Come back with that, buddy.
Guys, good to go on that road when you get to up
2
here.
hours completed. You've covered
Okay, it's not the snow-covered road, correct?
miles. Your current speed is
Coming back,
4
but
miles per hour.
you guys are good. Keep going.
That's where we're coming at you. Nice climb here. Dog's looking good. Almost 9.5 miles.
Still rolling fast.
Big time, dude. It's in the 30s now, I think. I would blow smoke in my mouth. There's the crispy man. Okay, buddy, take a right here.
No, I'm just letting you guys go by.
10-4. Did you drop it?
Yeah, how that came off.
What's that? Oh, the camera. Wow. Oh, guys. Here, let me see.
I guess there's screws on it, but that's weird.
Oh, it's the.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, the screws came off, dude. Check that out.
Weird.
Yes, there are screws on it. Let me see if I can put it back in. It's actually landed pretty good. It didn't. No damage done. That's weird. I don't
I'm
think that's
surprised
gonna
it fell off. My head's not shaking too much.
Yeah. Yeah, we better.
Don't need help there.
Yeah, Scott's gonna. We could do this later. We can
I got
fix
a
the
good
camera.
pocket if you want to throw it in there.
What's that?
I got a good pocket if you want to throw it in here.
Yeah. Let me hit the stop. Just don't hurt yourself because.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the screws facing out.
Yeah. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
This comes right off.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. Actually, let me do that. That might be.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah. Yeah. So put that in your pocket. And you want to hand that to
Yeah, I'll
Chris.
put that in the
Let me
truck.
give him this. Whoa, whoa. You don't lose it. Let me give this to Chris. Oh, bitch, that thing sticks out too. Tell him how that goes together.
Yeah.
Cool? Okay, guys, hang tight. Hardware failure, folks. That's better than us failing.
It's weird that they even came out.
Very bizarre. Yeah, it's made for police. That's made to be heavy duty.
Yeah, you're supposed to run with that thing on.
Yeah. You set, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, guys.
2
Hike.
hours, 5 minutes completed. You've covered 9.52 miles.
Just over
Your
half,
current
9.5.
speed is 0 miles per hour.
All good, all good. Chris is the MacGyver. He can fix anything, at least a temporary fix. Now we don't really need that camera right now. It was just to get some different views of what I'm doing, so maybe you can comprehend it. People out there watching the videos can comprehend it a little better, because it's so unusual and unique that it's really hard to understand unless you see it.
Yeah, keep going. It's going to be a right onto a stone road.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. Now we're closing in on 10 miles. Really doing some hill climbing here, which is awesome. Dude, we're almost at 10 miles and still over 60 volts. I can't believe it.
You can skip a beat.
No, not at all. Dude, we're almost at 10 miles and still over 60 volts on these machines. I think those chargers are part of it.
I don't know, man. The one I used, the Luna charger on low, and the other one, I guess it was the new one. Because when I put it away, it was so disarray and packed that I just had to grab what I could
2
see.
hours, 10
Yeah, no problem with that. But that Luna wasn't the fast charger, it was on low, right?
miles. Your current speed is 3.0
It was on a fast
miles
charger,
per
but it was
hour.
on one amp, which is like 3 times slower than even their charger.
Wow. Who knows? I mean, it definitely helped that it was warmer weather, too.
Yeah, I'd definitely say the warmer weather, and then almost half downhill.
Yeah, but we're climbing those hills now.
Yeah, I'm just saying your battery up to this point.
10-4 on that. That's 10 miles right there, folks. 2 hours. Now, we did take a bunch of stops.
Fix that mount if you need it.
No kidding. Is it pretty sturdy now?
Yeah. They like those little screws. I think they just work their way out over time. You know, using it several times, but I'll put the screws back in and put glue on it.
Oh, you got glue with you. That's awesome, brother. Thank you. When we stop, we'll put the camera back on, Scott, if that's cool. He fixed it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And he glued it too.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, like quarter mile Stone Road on the road.
10-4 on that. 10-4 on that. That was cool. You didn't lose any of the pieces.
Yeah. As small as those screws were.
To me, you're like a Roman.
I've got you at almost 11.4.
Really? I got 10.2 on both of my GPS apps.
Better. This is wheels turning on pavement.
10-4 on that.
Actually, it could be skewed a little bit because the tires are a little larger, so that would actually, I'm thinking, give you less, but gives you more.
True, true.
Don't you guys think that bigger tires would actually give you less? Like a smaller tire would turn more times?
For sure, for sure. Is this a right, Scott? This is the right, correct, brother?
2 hours, 15 minutes completed.
10-4 on that, 10-4 on that. G.
Miles. Your current speed is 3.8 miles per hour.
Okay, so we're on a stone road.
Yeah, this is where I want to take you guys, but when I put the end point and hit start, the map changed
Bathroom break.
direction to that other way.
10-4, Jag is taking a bathroom break. 10-4 on that. Good boy, Jag. Hi guys, hike. Good boy, Jag. So now it adds another dimension. We're back here on more of the back neck woods. It's a little more in the forest, deeper in the forest. Always like to explore. Dogs love this. It gives them another texture for their paws, and these dirt roads will hold the scents of other animals more than, of course, a hard surface like blacktop concrete. So that'll motivate them some too and excite them. They're doing so good on battery for the scooter, I can't believe it. Truly remarkable running. I just love being in the woods with the dogs. Or my wife. Just a woodsy kind of guy, huh? Now, a little bit of a hillside there. We don't want to go off that, but we're used to running next to the cliffside, so no worries. This looks a little snowy up here. As you might hear it on Scott's tires. I don't think I'm going to be much luck avoiding it. Cool. Again, sometimes the dogs can slip on. Look at that. Wow. So everything looks different at night, too. You get certain glimpses, your imagination fills in the rest. Now we're getting into rocky areas too, so we want to be super careful. It's not real bad, but it's rugged enough to take caution. I think this is, if I had my druthers to design a perfect run for the dogs, I think this is coming close. We started off going downhill, able to get some quick mileage and sprinting speeds in. Then we turned around and came back up those hills. Nice for conditioning after we warmed up, coming downhill. And now we're finishing up at some point, the next 5 miles or so, maybe 10, who knows. with some softer ground and slower terrain. Kind of like a glorified walk. It's what a lot of this is, and that's why almost any dog can do it. Glad my light's working good, and you're hopefully seeing it pretty good on the camera. Because again, this is, you know, epic stuff. And I know you're not out here with me, but hopefully you can sense the excitement and see the happiness of the Huskies. Oh, guys. Gonna beat the Jag. Make sure we got it. Good boy, Jag. Good boy, Olo. Good boy, Zara. Good boy, Chase. Chris has got to go through that too. With the truck, but it's a lot easier. And then with the team sled goes, oh my crazy scooter. My battery's losing in on this light up here, so I know I'm dimming out on you. But I'll put this in the red mode soon. Stop the next break. These branches can be problematic. For as rugged as this trail is, it's in good shape. I mean, they're not down trees and big limbs in the road. Somebody probably uses this place. Here a little bit, a little wider, so I'm not contending with the snow anymore. Elevation at least. We're at 2,500 feet. We've actually climbed. So, very interesting. That is still above 6 miles. This could be a 20-miler than this. I don't know. Where's the hold out for that? That cold through that stream really rejuvenates them too. I actually feed them food that's frozen. And I feed it to them frozen. I don't thaw it. Because they're a northern breed dog. And they have the ability to eat it, digest it that way. When they're done, it cools their body. They can hype them up too. It's pretty interesting. I've done that almost all their lives. And I've had good success with it. Something like that I asked the veterinarian what they think. That's a good point. Just what I mentioned there, that they've got the ability to do that, to build up the nutrients in the food even though it's frozen. They seem to be doing it. That's good. So I've been like that through many stages, from puppy to adult senior. So I've done that for previous generations of Huskies too. I'm fortunate enough to be part of my family. Gravel. Not positive, just inclination. Roots go. foxes, big birds of prey like owls, deer.
3 hours, 15 minutes completed. You've covered 13.74 miles. Your current speed is 6.0 miles per hour.
This scooter, I don't know if you saw the big rock in the road. I got a feel for the height of it, but I can go over it. It was just under my deck. Bathroom break. Chase. Good boy, Chase. Good boy, Chase. Good boy. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, hike. What's your voltage say? What's that? Yeah, that's what I am. 60.5, 60.4. It's amazing. We're almost at 14 miles, dude. Hi, hell. Up in this branch hanging down. G over. G over, sorry. G over. G over. Sorry, right there. He goes right there. Big puddles. Big potholes. Haul over. Guys, whoa. Taking it over a big rock. Good boys. Yeah, the throttle's working perfectly. It was an operator error before because I'm going to feel myself almost do it again. Just as I'm moving around in more challenging parts, very gingerly, cautious. Looks good up here, brother. Looks good. By video. I'll get it right. So we're getting further away from home. This was home. Scott has to bounce a little again. He's got two motors. I got four motors, one in each wheel. He's got one and two wheels. It's a difference between the two scooters. All over. So Chris is telling us that we're running away from home. We're putting some mileage on it because the way the mountain roads go, it's a little precarious in the sense that it gets further than you think because there's not like 27 routes you can go and shortcuts. So it's all good though. Watching all my dogs real closely. So let me explain to you the difference between infrared and regular cameras. So infrared is something almost all cameras have infrared filters to avoid infrared getting into infrared light into pictures, especially during the day, because the sun has a lot of infrared rays and it'll really make pictures look pink, if you will. So some people might like those effects once in a while, but for the most part, you're not going to see true colors. So almost all cameras on the market have infrared filters. There's a few manufacturers that have made cameras without infrared filters for different reasons. They use it for forensics because that visible light, infrared's not visible to the human eye per se. The effects of it are, but not true infrared light, or very minimally visible. But it can show certain, like, there's stuff they use to find blood luminous, I believe, and certain elements. I'm talking out of my league here, but they use it for forensics because it can expose certain things that we wouldn't see with a regular camera, regular light. So they also use infrared for lighting things up basically seeing in the dark, because you can use the rays of the infrared light, or the infrared result can become visible to the human eye somehow. Not a scientist here, but to do it properly, you would usually need infrared lights to booster
3 hours, 35 minutes completed. You've covered 14.59 miles. Your current speed is 0 miles per hour.
So infrared light can light up pretty good our surroundings or anything. We just can't see it for the most part, the human eye. When we get a camera that sees an infrared, or scopes that see an infrared, then we can view it. So since the light spectrum is virtually, the infrared light spectrum is virtually invisible to the human eye, they can use it for the military. If they're going to attack or defend themselves, it basically lets you see in the dark wearing properly built night vision scopes, stuff like that. Well, sorry for the long-winded explanation. In any case, what people will do, some places will remove infrared from the cameras, and it's not harmful to light to you, to a human, but they'll remove the infrared light from the infrared filter so infrared light can pass through, and then you can use infrared lights to light up areas almost like night vision. Chase is in the snow, and up here I might have to get into the snow, but yeah, good, be over. We're coming into 50 miles now, and volts are just starting to drop on the scooter. I kind of want to see what it has left in it. It might go until it can't go anymore. Doesn't look like it's going to run on the road anytime soon. So this could be a record setter for the scooter, not for the dog. I'm doing great. I'm really getting some thorough exercising in. By the way, I was able to use a satellite phone to call my wife. Couldn't get her on the phone. Luckily, I don't need her. But just let her know I'm okay. Things are good where we're at. Looks like we're a long ways from home at this point, I gotta say. You won't be happy about that. Okay, now it's... put that on the screen in case you can't read that backwards. 4:54 in the AM hours now, January 3rd. We're about 15 minutes from home now, so it'll be after 5 a.m. when we get home. Pretty epic trip there. Definitely in the top 50, I'd say, Wolf Driver trips. Adventures. You can hear Chase a little bit whining in the background. They know dinner, breakfast, whatever you call it's coming soon, and it's gonna be a wrap. So all I can say is you never know where we'll wind up and land for our next adventure, so stay tuned. It's been a lot of fun. I've been sleeping most of the time while Chris has been driving. How many miles we go so far today, you think? What was it, 190 here, so probably 600 miles today? Over? Around 600 miles today we traveled. So not bad for a day's work. And without the crew I couldn't do this. So that's what makes it possible. What's that?
1,100 miles in 2 trips.
The past 2 trips we've traveled over 1,100 miles. So keep that in the back of your head. And remember, you can always go back and review the last trip. It's this is the January 2nd trip. I think the last one was December 30th. So it's the first one of 2021. Wolf Driver here signing off.